Thanks, everybody. Come on. Good. Ooh, there we are. Praise God. Wow, there's a bunch of you here. Thanks for coming. Pastors, thanks for coming. How many pastors are here? I know there's a couple. Good. Thank you. Just thanks for checking this thing out. I don't know how you got here, but yeah, just thanks for being here. You guys ready? Yeah. I sound, no offense up there, I just sound loud and echoey. I'm not usually distracted, but I'm distracted myself. I sound like I'm yelling and I'm trying to whisper, so there we go. Good deal, because I might get a little loud now and then. I make a sound man good because I talk high and low. Who's ever heard me preach before and I get high and low and high and low? I make you work, don't I? Man, I'm going to be real simple, real foundational this morning. I'm going to be real gentle with you, and then we're going to ramp up, okay? I want to lay some foundation. Your individual lives are so important and so precious to God. They're so important. And through life, wow, okay. Emotions already, huh? You catch the heart of God sometimes. There's a lot of people in the room that haven't always believed what I'm about to say. Hi, Alana, bless you, honey. Life has taught us our individual lives don't matter that much and we're hardly noticed. And we're trying so hard to be noticed sometimes and fit in according to the world's way. But you are already noticed. You are already seen. You are already known. Jesus shed his blood once for all. And you really, guys, we have to get back to the gospel to find our value. We have to get back to the finished work of Christ to even know who we are. We have been trapped into trying to find who we are through the course of life. And some of us haven't made out too good. And we're in the right places sometimes because we're trying to survive and just find hope. And our hope is in him. He's already come, guys. And I'm going to explain this thing clearer, but I'm telling you, your individual, it's what's bursting in my heart. As soon as I just started talking, I just saw how important our individual lives are. And that truth makes up the whole of who we are. It finishes the big picture. Come on, it sounds like Christian hype when you say stuff like this, but the family portrait just wouldn't be the same if your face wasn't in it. Because something would be missing where God's concerned. And you might feel insignificant in your heart and mind, and life might tell you that's true. But the cross of Jesus Christ says you have value that speaks worth his blood. To God the Father, you're worth the death of his Son. And if you don't start finding your value there, you're going to be way deceived. And your life will be misused and abused because you're going to find your value or your lack of value somewhere else, and none of that's true. The blood of Jesus was shed for you and me. Now, that's about the fourth time I've said that. It's on purpose. Because we don't want to look anywhere else but him to find out who we are. And if we start there, we're going to run well. You following me? For God so... We're going to talk about love all weekend. We're going to talk about identity all week. We're probably not going to give you... No, we're not probably not going to give you... We're not going to give you 3, 4, 5 steps how to evangelize. We're just going to teach who we are all week. And who we are will come alive in us and start to manifest. Okay? I'll make it simple. And you're going to think, a little while I get talking about this because I feel fuzzy inside already that something's wrong with me. It is. Jesus loves me. And it's a really big deal. Okay? And I have favor with God. Holy Spirit came 17 years ago to live in me. He hasn't moved out. He likes where he's at. Yay. He didn't pack his bags. He's not going to break up with me. He's not going to take the ring back. Oh, I'm going to lose it here. See, so now that I know he loves me, guess what that's released in me? The ability to love. He first loved me. It's imperative that you receive that he first loves you, or you'll just try to serve God because it's right. Did you get that? Because it's the Christian thing to do, because the Bible says. You have to know his love for you. You have to understand that he first loved you. We don't love Him first. He first. When you accept and receive the love of God for you, it releases a reciprocal response. It's so amazing, the love of God, that you go, God, you're awesome. And then when you worship Him, it's not because it's worship service. You find yourself in the car just saying, you're amazing, and singing little songs out of your heart and making merry melody unto the Lord. Because you're in love. Because you've been truly loved. Not an I love you, do you love me? An I love you. That bursts, I love you. Do you get it? And it's a love that's never going to fail. Never going to change its mind. It sounds flaky when you talk like this, but 1,000,000 years from now, He's not going to stop everything and say, Dan, come to the front. I made a mistake. I wasn't sure what I was thinking. Do you get it? Come on, I'm in. I'm alive forever, never going to die. Hello? Life's not tough. It's a gift. Because I understand why my feet are on the planet. So I'm not trying to survive. I understand why I'm here. I'm not trying to make it. I'm in. I'm in Him. He's in me. Yay. Come on. Now this isn't going to get real to you, and the excitement you see in me won't be yours until you start believing that and live by faith and push away every feeling that tells you contrary, because we don't live by feelings. You do know that, right? The just don't live by feelings, the just live by faith. They take the Word of God, and faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the Word, and faith begins to rise, and you start believing what the Bible says instead of what life has taught you and feelings have taught you. And when you feel like you're not worth anything, that's when you lift your hands when nobody's looking and say, God, I have to be worth something. You shed your blood for me. You love me. My life was seen before the foundation of the world. I'm the will of God. If my feet are on the planet and life comes from you, then I'm the yes and amen of heaven. And it doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter what life suggests. It matters what you proclaim through the cross of Jesus Christ. I am glad I'm alive. I'm glad you're in me. I'm glad you love me. And I just want to know you more, God. And you begin to worship Him and talk to Him and commune with Him. And He comes alive inside of you. And then your faith becomes a reality because grace effectually makes it real. Or we're just using the Bible as principles to get prayers met, needs met, prayers answered, a better day, circumstantial bliss. And all our faith is a labor just to get convenience. And our boss to change, and people to like us, and the car to run better, and a few less red lights, and a better parking spot. And all our faith is all about me having a better day instead of a transformed life walking in love with the Father. You guys all right? Good. Stay good. Listen, I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff today. It's not so you leave here and go, oh my God, I got a long way to go. It's so you leave here and go, wow, I have somewhere to go. I'm heading somewhere. I'm on the right road. See, it doesn't matter where we've been or where we haven't been. It matters where we're going. It doesn't matter if you didn't even, it doesn't matter, honestly. It doesn't matter how bad we've messed up. I mean, to a degree, we need to make certain things right and certain things and stuff. But once you realize truth changes everything. It doesn't matter about yesterday now because I have truth today, and truth will make me free, and I'm up and I'm running, and it's all about, yeah. You see, it's not about bummer. It's about, yeah. So we forget what lies behind. We reach forward to what lies ahead so that we can lay a hold of the reason He laid a hold of us. There's a reason He laid a hold of you. It's to manifest Him. You follow me? Come on. Life has been our teacher way too long. You have one teacher. He's the Christ. It says that in Matthew 23. Right around verse 9 or 10. You have one teacher. And He's the Christ. Why are we letting life teach us? Why are we trying to figure God out along the path of life? Why are we trying to find out the will of God through circumstances?